Have you ever wondered why some people seem unshakable in the face of adversity? How do they remain calm, focused, and powerful, even when chaos around them? What if the secret to true strength isn't found in speaking more, but in mastering silence? Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue bringing you content that empowers and elevates your mindset. Now, let's explore the profound wisdom of Stoicism and discover how silence and focus can be your greatest tools for strength and success. 1. The power of silence. Silence isn't just the absence of words. It is a powerful force that cultivates clarity, discipline, and resilience. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, recognize silence as an essential tool for self-mastery. In a world dominated by noise, distractions, and a constant influx of information, learning to embrace silence can be the key to unlocking our true potential. In fact, some of the greatest minds in history have understood that true wisdom and enlightenment are often found not in speech, but in stillness. Silence provides us with the space to think deeply. Without the constant interruptions of conversation or external stimulation, our minds are free to wander, analyze, and reflect. This solitude can be uncomfortable for many, as it forces us to confront our thoughts and emotions without distraction. However, it is within this quiet space that we discover our most profound insights. When we allow ourselves moments of silence, we gain clarity about our values, goals, and priorities. It helps us refine our thoughts before expressing them, and ensures that when we do speak, our words carry weight and intention. Furthermore, silence allows us to disconnect from the external world and reconnect with ourselves, fostering self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Beyond reflection, silence is also a form of discipline. In today's hyperconnected world, we are conditioned to react immediately, whether it's replying to messages, voicing opinions, or engaging in debates. But true discipline lies in resisting the urge to fill every moment with words. Practicing intentional silence teaches us patience and self-control, preventing us from speaking in haste or out of emotion. By pausing before responding, we can evaluate whether our words are necessary, constructive, or beneficial. This restraint fosters wisdom and allows us to approach situations with composed and rational mindset. The discipline of silence extends to our digital lives as well. By choosing not to engage in every online argument or comment thread, we maintain our peace and focus on what truly matters. Resilience is another gift of silence. When faced with adversity, those who can maintain their composure and reflect before reacting are often the most successful. Silence allows us to process challenges internally rather than reacting impulsively. It grants us the ability to endure discomfort, observe situations objectively, and respond with thoughtful action instead of reckless emotion. In times of hardship, the ability to sit in silence with our thoughts strengthens our inner fortitude, making us less susceptible to external pressures and more attuned to our inner strength. Many successful individuals credit their ability to overcome challenges to their capacity for silent reflection, using it as a tool to navigate difficulties with wisdom and resilience. Many spiritual and philosophical traditions emphasize the importance of silence. Buddhist monks practice periods of silence to cultivate mindfulness and deepen their awareness. In Christianity, moments of quiet prayer are seen as an opportunity to connect with the divine. Even in modern psychology, mindfulness and meditation techniques highlight the necessity of silence for mental clarity and emotional regulation. These practices confirm that silence is not a void but a powerful presence that nurtures self-awareness and personal growth. The ability to sit in silence and simply be present is a skill that allows us to cultivate gratitude, reduce stress, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Silence also plays a crucial role in creativity and problem-solving. Many of history's greatest artists, inventors, and thinkers have attributed their breakthroughs to quiet contemplation. When a mind is freed from the constant influx of information, it has the space to connect ideas in new and innovative ways. The practice of silent reflection enhances our ability to think critically and solve problems, making it an invaluable tool for personal and professional growth. 2. Listen to understand, not to respond. Most people listen with the intention of replying rather than truly understanding. They wait for their turn to speak, formulate responses while the other person is talking, and often miss the deeper meaning behind the words. However, true wisdom comes from listening with an open mind and a receptive heart. When we silence our urge to interrupt or react, we allow ourselves to fully absorb what is being said. This deep listening cultivates empathy, patience, and greater insight. By setting aside our assumptions and judgments, we gain a clearer understanding of the speaker's emotions, thoughts, and perspectives. Active listening creates stronger relationships, as people feel valued and heard when they are met with genuine attention. A mindful listener can transform the quality of conversations, turning casual interactions into meaningful exchanges that foster connection and trust. Practicing silence in conversations also improves decision-making. When we rush to respond, we often react based on emotions or incomplete information. But when we listen fully, we gather more details, process them thoroughly, and respond with greater wisdom. Leaders, negotiators, and thinkers throughout history have understood that speaking less and listening more results in better outcomes. By listening intently, we allow ourselves to learn from others, broaden our perspectives, and make more informed choices. The best communicators are often those who speak the least but listen the most. In addition to fostering wisdom, deep listening can help de-escalate conflicts and prevent misunderstandings. Many arguments arise from miscommunication, where individuals talk past each other rather than truly engaging. By listening attentively, we demonstrate respect and consideration, which in turn encourages others to do the same. In both personal and professional relationships, this skill can create harmony, resolve disputes, and lead to more effective collaboration. By embracing the power of silence and learning to listen with intention, we cultivate a more thoughtful, resilient, and wise approach to life. In a world that rewards noise and impulsiveness, the ability to remain silent and listen deeply is an extraordinary strength. Silence is not weakness. It is a profound form of intelligence. Those who master the art of listening and reflection will find themselves equipped with the tools necessary for personal growth, meaningful relationships, and fulfilling life. 3. Control your words. Control yourself. Words have immense power. They can heal, inspire, encourage, and build strong relationships. However, when spoken without restraint, they can also wound, divide, and cause irreparable damage. Many conflicts, both personal and professional, arise not from deep-seated differences, but from words spoken in haste, frustration, or ignorance. When we speak impulsively, we risk being misunderstood, hurting others, or making commitments we later regret. A moment of carelessness in speech can lead to hours, days, or even years of trying to repair the damage. The ancient Stoics believed that mastering one's tongue was an essential aspect of mastering oneself. If we learn to control our words, we cultivate patience, wisdom, and emotional resilience. Silence, in many cases, is more powerful than speech. Choosing to pause before responding allows us to assess whether our words are necessary, helpful, or true. By practicing restraint in speech, we train our minds to be more deliberate and thoughtful in all areas of life. This discipline extends beyond verbal interactions. It shapes our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Furthermore, the ability to control our words fosters deeper connections with others. People respect those who listen attentively and speak with intention. Meaningful conversations stem from careful word choice and active listening. When we listen more than we speak, we gain insight into others' perspectives and strengthen our relationships. A well-timed word of encouragement or support can change the course of someone's day, or even their life. Self-discipline in speech also enhances emotional intelligence. When we are mindful of our words, we become more aware of our emotions and the emotions of those around us. Instead of reacting impulsively to anger, stress, or frustration, we learn to respond with clarity and wisdom. This ability to regulate our words reflects a higher level of self-control, an essential trait for both personal and professional success. In a world where words are exchanged rapidly through social media, emails, and instant messaging, the value of measured speech cannot be overstated. Thoughtless words can be screenshotted, misinterpreted, and spread far beyond their original context. Therefore, pausing before we speak or type ensures that our words reflect our intentions accurately and align with our values. Taking a moment to consider whether our words contribute positively to a conversation can prevent misunderstandings and promote better communication. Additionally, the art of withholding words can be as powerful as speaking them. There are times when silence conveys more than any words could. Knowing when to remain quiet and when to speak is an essential skill that distinguishes the wise from the impulsive. By mastering our speech, we take a significant step toward mastering ourselves. The power of words, when controlled and used wisely, can transform lives. Starting with our own, through thoughtful speech, we build bridges rather than walls, foster understanding instead of division, and create a world that values meaning over noise. 4. Eliminate distractions, amplify focus. We live in an era of constant distractions. Notifications, social media updates, endless scrolling, and an overwhelming flood of information compete for our attention. Our devices, designed to keep us engaged, often pull us away from meaningful work and deep thought. The Stoics recognize that clarity and purpose come from removing unnecessary distractions and focusing on what truly matters. Attention is one of our most valuable resources, yet it is also one of the easiest to squander. Every moment spent mindlessly browsing, reacting to notifications, or indulging in trivial distractions is a moment not spent on personal growth, meaningful relationships, or achieving our goals. Time is a non-renewable resource. Once lost, it can never be regained. By intentionally eliminating distractions, we gain greater control over our time and energy. This process begins with identifying what truly adds value to our lives versus what simply fills time. Social media, while useful in moderation, often leads to comparison, procrastination, and a fragmented mind. Excessive entertainment may provide temporary relief, but can also create dependency and prevent deep work. Even well-meaning activities, such as responding to emails or reading news, can become distractions if they pull us away from our most important tasks. The Stoics emphasize the importance of single-minded focus. When we direct our attention to one task at a time, we produce higher quality work, make better decisions, and experience a sense of fulfillment. Multitasking, contrary to popular belief, does not make us more efficient. It scatters our attention and reduces overall productivity. Focusing on one thing at a time allows us to engage deeply, think critically, and generate meaningful results. To amplify focus, we must cultivate an environment that supports deep work. This includes setting boundaries with technology, creating distraction-free zones, and establishing routines that encourage mindfulness. Simple practices, such as turning off notifications, setting specific work hours, and dedicating time for reflection, can significantly enhance our ability to concentrate. A clear, organized space minimizes mental clutter and fosters a mindset of clarity and purpose. Additionally, practicing mindfulness helps us recognize when we are being pulled away by distractions. Instead of mindlessly reacting to every ping and pop-up, we learn to stay present and make conscious choices about where we direct our attention. Being mindful of how we use our time allows us to reclaim moments that would otherwise be lost to distraction. Another key element in eliminating distractions is prioritization. Not all tasks are of equal importance, and by focusing on high-impact activities, we maximize our productivity. Techniques such as time blocking, the Pomodoro technique, and the Eisenhower matrix can help structure our time more effectively, ensuring that our efforts align with our long-term goals. By eliminating distractions and sharpening our focus, we take control of our time, thoughts, and actions. This discipline leads to greater clarity, productivity, and personal fulfillment. The ability to concentrate deeply is a rare skill in today's world. Those who cultivate it gain a distinct advantage in both their personal and professional lives. True mastery of focus is not about removing every possible distraction, but about training our minds to return to what matters again and again with relentless determination. True progress comes when we learn to ignore what is trivial and focus on what truly matters. The path to success, wisdom, and fulfillment begins with a simple yet profound decision to master our attention and direct it toward our highest goals. Those who learn to focus in a world of distractions will find themselves achieving more, feeling more fulfilled, and ultimately living with greater purpose and intention. 5. Silence is a tool for emotional control. Emotions are a powerful force in our lives, shaping our decisions, reactions, and interactions with others. However, When emotions such as anger, frustration, and irritation take control, they can cloud our judgment and lead to rash, regrettable actions. Silence in these moments becomes an invaluable tool for emotional regulation. It serves as a buffer between stimulus and response, providing the necessary space to regain composure and act with greater wisdom. In high-tension situations, our first instinct may be to lash out, defend ourselves, or retaliate with sharp words. But the Stoic approach teaches us to embrace silence as a strategy for self-mastery. By pausing before speaking or acting, we allow ourselves to assess the situation objectively. We create an opportunity to separate ourselves from the intensity of the moment, reducing the risk of making emotionally driven decisions that may cause harm to ourselves or others. Silence also fosters self-awareness. When we resist the urge to react impulsively, we gain a deeper understanding of our emotions and triggers. Instead of letting anger dictate our actions, we can identify its root cause and address it in a more constructive manner. This level of introspection helps us become more resilient, enabling us to navigate conflicts with a sense of calm and control rather than letting them escalate needlessly. Moreover, silence is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a demonstration of strength and discipline. In a world where people often feel compelled to respond immediately, those who can exercise restraint stand out as composed and deliberate. Silence allows us to avoid unnecessary arguments, diffuse confrontations, and maintain a sense of dignity even in the face of provocation. Instead of feeding into negativity, we can use silence to disarm hostility and create an atmosphere of understanding and respect. Ultimately, using silence as a tool for emotional control aligns with the principles of wisdom, patience, and intentionality. It enables us to handle challenges with clarity and poise, ensuring that when we do choose to respond, we do so in a way that aligns with our values and desired outcomes. The next time emotions threaten to take over, embrace silence as a source of power rather than a mere absence of words. 6. Ask before you speak. Words are powerful. They have the ability to build relationships, convey knowledge, and inspire change. However, they also have potential to create misunderstandings, spread falsehoods, and inflict harm. Because of this, it is crucial to exercise discernment before speaking. By asking ourselves 3 simple yet profound questions: is this necessary? Is it beneficial? Is it true? We ensure that our words carry meaning and intention rather than being mere noise. The first question, is this necessary, encourages us to evaluate whether our words serve a purpose. In a world filled with endless chatter, unnecessary speech can be a distraction, wasting both our time and that of others. Speaking only when necessary fosters clarity and ensures that our words hold value. Instead of engaging in idle gossip, empty complaints, or needless arguments, we can focus on communication that serves constructive purpose. The second question, is it beneficial, reminds us to consider the impact of our words. Even if something is true, it may not always be helpful. Will what we say contribute to understanding, resolution, or growth? Or will it only serve to stir conflict and negativity? Thoughtful speech aims to add value rather than cause harm. By choosing words that uplift, educate, or solve problems, we cultivate an environment of positive and meaningful communication. The third question, is it true, is fundamental to maintaining integrity. Spreading misinformation, exaggerating facts, or making baseless assumptions can lead confusion and damage reputations. Ensuring that our words are rooted in truth fosters trust and credibility. Before speaking, it is essential to verify information, consider different perspectives, and refrain from saying anything that we are not certain about. Practicing this level of mindfulness in speech requires patience and self-control, but the rewards are significant. It reduces misunderstandings, prevents unnecessary conflicts, and enhances the quality of our interactions. When we filter our words through these 3 questions, we become more intentional communicators, people whose words are not only heard but respected and valued. In a world where speaking impulsively has become the norm, choosing silence when necessary and speaking only with purpose sets us apart. The ability to discern when to remain silent and when to speak wisely is a skill that can improve relationships, enhance personal growth, and contribute to a more thoughtful and harmonious society. Before you speak, pause. Ask yourself if your words are necessary, beneficial, and true. By doing so, you ensure that when you do speak, your words have power, influence, and purpose. 7. Actions speak louder than words. Stoicism teaches that true strength is demonstrated through actions, not empty promises. A person of wisdom and integrity doesn't need to announce their plans. They simply execute them. Silence, paired with decisive action, create a lasting impact far greater than words ever could. The power of action lies in its authenticity. Words can be manipulated, exaggerated, or misunderstood, but actions are concrete. They reveal a person's true character, their dedication, and their discipline. A Stoic understands that proclaiming intentions does not equate to fulfilling them. Instead, they remain steadfast in their efforts, proving their commitment through consistent action rather than boasting about what they intend to do. Consider the great thinkers, leaders, and innovators throughout history. Those who have left an enduring legacy did not spend their time making empty declarations. They worked diligently, often in silence, allowing their accomplishments to speak for themselves. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, ruled with wisdom and strength, embodying his principles rather than merely discussing them. His meditations, written for himself rather than an audience, reveal his commitment to self-discipline and action over rhetoric. In modern times, we often see the opposite. People making grand statements on social media, promising changes, announcing plans, and boasting about future achievements. Yet, many of these promises never materialize. This is because words, no matter how persuasive, do not bring results. Only action does. A Stoic does not seek validation through verbal recognition, but through tangible progress. Furthermore, acting without excessive discussion fosters humility. When we speak too much about our goals, we invite unnecessary opinions, distractions, and even doubt from others. Silence protects us from external negativity and allows us to focus entirely on execution. The energy spent on explaining could instead be used on doing. The best way to prove your capability is not by talking about it, but by delivering results. Stoicism also teaches that self-improvement is a lifelong journey, and true growth comes from consistent effort rather than grand declarations. Small, deliberate steps taken daily build a foundation of strength and reliability. Instead of telling the world about a new fitness routine, a Stoic simply exercises every day. Instead of announcing an ambitious career move, they dedicate themselves to mastering their craft behind the scenes. A prime example of this principle in action is the craftsman who spends years perfecting their work, emerging only when the results are undeniable. The musician who practices in solitude, the entrepreneur who builds quietly, and the scholar who studies in silence. All these individuals achieve greatness not through words, but through unwavering action. By prioritizing action over words, we also develop resilience. Talking about our struggles or aspirations might provide temporary relief, but taking deliberate steps toward a solution builds real strength. Challenges are best met with silent determination rather than complaints or empty resolutions. Embrace silence, embrace success. The Stoic path to strength and success is clear. Silence your mind, control your words, and focus on purposeful action. When you master silence, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, you unlock a life of wisdom, discipline, and achievement. Let your actions define you. Let your work speak for itself. In a world filled with noise, be the one whose silence commands respect. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us on the journey to self-mastery and embrace the power of silence today. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and stay stoic.